didn't even get to cross.
Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to Fallout Shelter. And the last time I left off, I had some explorers, two explorers, actually, running around. And now they're 11 minutes out, and I think the last time I left off they were 6. And I let the game go just for a few minutes, and just to see what would occur. And I had some food that I had to click on, and some electricity. And I also had somebody level up. So that gave me quite a bit. And a fire just occurred in the dwelling here, but they should be able to handle that, no problem. So I know I have 1,064 caps. So I'm very close to upgrading my reactor here, my power plant. Kind of forgot what it's called there for a moment, but so very close to upgrading that. And actually I'm doing alright on power now for some reason. I don't really know why. I think they were just leveling up and maybe getting a little bit better at it. Not really sure. These two are still talking. And so I think they'll go back to the bedroom soon. And so then I'll have another pregnant female. And I'll put her back to work in the water area. Although the water is doing absolutely great. Even with just one person. I have quite a bit of water, really. And my food is doing pretty good. I don't need too much, actually. And my power is doing all right as well, so not too big of a deal there. So let's check on my explorers and see what they have come up with and see what kind of battles they have encountered. So we already checked up here a little bit, and it looks like he's found 30 caps. He's gotten quite a bit of experience. He's almost level 3. And he's fighting some dogs, some raiders, mole rats and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. He hasn't really found anything too special. Just 30 caps, so not a big deal. So we'll see. There's a bloatfly. And so we'll see what he comes up with in a moment. And now it's ready to attack him. So it looks like he's going to get a little bit of experience from battling that. Yep, and again, 255 experience there. And so we'll go to our next explorer here, and he is equally as far out, and he has found 27 caps, and also killed some things. He killed a Yao guy. I think that's how you say that. And if I'm not, I apologize. And so we have he's killed a bloatfly as well. Found a couple caps here and there. So nothing too special from him either. So we'll let them go a little bit longer. And they're losing a little bit of health. As you can see, their health is a little bit down. I'm not sure what the purple mark is there. And he's losing quite a bit of health, too, from the battles. So he'll be out there for a little while, and we'll see what he can come up with, too. We got another level up here. Now we have 1,125 caps, and we could actually upgrade this now. But I feel that we actually don't even have to now, as the power is doing pretty good. So we'll save our caps. That's what we'll do. We'll just save them for a little while and see what we need in the future. And our two people are still talking to each other here. And our food restaurant here, doing pretty good. Cynthia's still pretty pregnant. So I wonder how long that will take. Apparently it's a few hours. I think I read it was a few hours that they'll be pregnant, so it'll be quite a while before I have another dweller. Oh, actually found a lever action rifle, so that's pretty good. I could put that on another explorer or something like that. Or just somebody random around, just in case any rats or whatever break through the walls. And he found a lab coat. And it looks like he's sporting it now. Looks like he put it on already there. So he's wearing that. That's kind of cool. And I wonder if the lab coat actually gives them some kind of bonus. Yeah, it looks like maybe intelligence +3 for having that on. So that's kind of cool. So I bet that helps in the science building that you can build. Try to level up and some food. And let's see here, the science lab. Yeah. Well, it'll almost certainly require intelligence, I would imagine so. And so with that, I'd probably find the highest intelligence individual, and then I'd put that lab coat on them to increase their intelligence even further, and then put them in the science lab, and they would do really well in there. And our water's still doing pretty good. So nothing too crazy there. But let's go ahead and see what happens when we upgrade this again. There we go. Well, now it's even more efficient. And it is fully upgraded now. So that is about as good as it's gonna get. I don't have any more lunch boxes. Nothing crazy like that. And I also heard that if you put on certain clothing on a male and a female, and then you put them in the dwelling, they will mate faster. So I guess if you have some kind of sexy clothing, I'm not really sure what that entails in the game, but there is some clothing that will make them mate faster. So take that as you will, I suppose. And now my electricity should be doing really, really well. And it says 7 seconds, so I think that's when it's gonna give me more. Okay, yeah, 7 minutes for her. And there's these two in here, and I just got that food, and they're working pretty quick because there's 2 of them. And it's also upgraded, so like this is upgraded compared to this one, so it takes her much, much longer to produce food. And so now my power plant produces it every 3 minutes. So that's not too bad at all. And the residence really doesn't have a timer. And she's producing it at like every 9 minutes, but I'm just not really using a lot. So if I had more people in here, they would produce much, much faster. So again, this is upgraded, so, and with 2 people. So I imagine if I had 2 people in here, and this normally takes about 8 minutes, it'd probably take maybe like 6 or something like that. I'm just assuming. Maybe even half at 4 minutes, but this is much faster because it is upgraded, and 2 people, so that's pretty cool too. So I didn't really notice those timers too much. All right, looks like I'm gonna have another pregnant individual, and so I'll have a couple dwellers very soon. So I'm probably gonna actually take another male and female and put them back in there again, so I can have as much pregnant women as possible in my dwelling here. Ha! Huh. I like how they put on that outfit there. That's fun. Okay, so even though you're pregnant, you have to go back to work, unfortunately. And I wonder if I can just keep this guy in here and just put another woman in here. Yeah. We'll put her in there. And we got 2 levels up. A couple level 5s now. So yeah, that didn't give me too much caps actually, leveling those 2 up. And alright, yeah, these 2 are gonna go at it now. That's I guess he's gonna be my sperminator. And let's check on our exploring individuals here. So we still got that gun. That's about all he's found, really. And more experience. Now he is level 3. He's just over level 3 now. So he's still out and about looking for things. And he's doing pretty good. He's got quite a bit of health. So he's not doing too bad. And the next guy here, All he found was that lab coat. So he's still out and about. So no big deal there. Oh, okay, see, when the women are pregnant, they're sort of helpless. And I guess they sort of run to safety in the back of the dwelling there, too. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Level her up. So I still got my 2 explorers going, and I'm thinking about adding another explorer sooner or later here, but I think I need a gun first, so when the next one gets back, I'm going to give somebody else a gun. Actually, you know what? I think I might just, because since he found this one found a rifle, so I'm going to actually give the rifle to this guy, and he'll be able to explore a little better and take on stuff that, that he normally couldn't take on. See, he's like, he had to run away from this one, so I think that, the gun is insufficient, so if he has that rifle, he'll be better. And then I'll just have the gun on just some dweller who will be able to use it to defend. So they're still out exploring, so nothing too crazy there. Still haven't found too much. They found that lab coat and the rifle, so that's pretty cool, but I'm hoping they find more stuff. So doing pretty good. Doing good on electricity and food and water. And this dwelling's still really not being used. And so the game basically gives you like 10 or 12 dwellers at the start, something like that, and then they really don't give you any more. And you can get dwellers from lunch boxes, from those cards that you open from the lunch boxes. You can actually gain dwellers from that, or you gain dwellers from obviously having children. Okay, so the rocks get more expensive as you go deeper. 300, 525, 675 for the deepest rocks. So those two are having a good time jamming out in the dwelling while everybody else is working. That's pretty humorous. I found 5 more caps, but again, 5 caps is not so useful. Let's see, check on the other guy here. He found 6 caps. So he's got a total of 33. This guy's got a total of 37. So again, that really doesn't help me all that much, even both of them combined. But the gun is actually pretty decent. So that's cool. And once I have a couple kids and I can have multiple explorers out at once, I can have a good number of them. I want to get a minimum of 3 out there at once, finding different stuff. And we got some more power here. success on that. So that's pretty good. So like when you rush, I mean, you get the materials right off the bat, and not only that, you gave them a little bit of experience, and you gained some caps from it too. So a pretty good deal. My storage room still really not doing, not really too useful at the moment, since I just don't have really the resources to put in there. So, you know, if you guys try this game, maybe I would avoid getting the storage room right off the bat, because he really just seems like you don't need it. And also, I would start mating right away, which I didn't do, and so if I was starting to mate right away, maybe I'd have like 4 pregnant females by now, and I'd have quite a bit of dwellers on the way. So I wish there was a countdown timer too, to show when they're going to give birth. That would help the situation a little bit, just so I know I can prepare for that and maybe gain a little extra resources beforehand. So these two just not working, and I'm just sort of waiting on them. And again, if you put some better clothing on them, like some, I guess, sexy clothing, I'm not really sure. I just read that somewhere, and that they'll mate faster. So if I can get a hold of some of that, that would be pretty useful. Some new clothing, as apparently the Volt smocks are not very attractive. An additional 200 experience, but exploring for some reason doesn't give them as much experience as you would imagine. Again, this guy's only level 3. When I sent him out, he was about like right here at level 2, and so he hasn't really gained all that much, to be honest. And he's only level 3, whereas everybody else is like really high, like level 5s and stuff like that. And I sent her out a lot too. At the beginning, this was my first explorer, and she's only level 3, whereas everybody else is at least level 4. Alright, so we got a big fire going now. Now we need to get multiple people in on this. Oh, the fire keeps moving on me. Send everybody back to their respective spots. We have 2 pregnant women in the dwellings, in the residences, hiding. And so they'll be putting that out soon. Looks like they're facing the wrong way. You guys got to turn around for that fire there. Yeah, okay, those guys are all back to work now, and let's see. Looks like the pregnant ladies are going back to work as well. No maternity leave in the vault. No maternity leave in the apocalypse. Okay, so he's gaining more experience. Still hasn't found anything else. And I wonder if they can find anything else. Like if, how much they can actually carry, like if it can go all the way across here, or if they can really only carry one thing at a time. It doesn't seem like they're carrying, like they're really finding anything else. So. So those guys are still just chilling and running around outside. So those two will mate shortly here. And it is about that time for the video to end. So I will end this video here, and I will continue on very soon. So stay tuned for the next part. This will all be in a playlist, so you should just be able to let the video go to the end, and then it should automatically go to the next video. But until then, I will see you guys next time.